Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you guys saw my previous video, the last video I made, you guys know that I am traveling the last week of December. Yes, I was not thinking of trading, but today I was liking the market, so I traded for the first 5 minutes of market open. That's it, only for the first 5 minutes, and I made $4,100. You guys can see right here, this is my travel setup, and I made $4,100 within the first 4 minutes of market open. I started at 9:31. Finished at 9:34. So in this video, I will be doing a complete breakdown of the two trades I took right off the open. I traded Tesla both ways, towards the upside and towards the downside within the first 4 minutes, making $4,100. So let's first take a look at my game plan for the day. This is the game plan I posted on our Discord group on 28th of December 2021. I had Tesla on my watch because Tesla had a very nice rally recently towards the upside. It has been making this bull channel, and on this day, 28th of December, we were just trying to break this channel towards the upside in the pre-market. The pre-market high was around the yesterday high, which is around $1,117 level. My plan on this play was to take it on the pullback, maybe on $1,100 level, or maybe if 1105 holds, for a break of pre-market high towards the upside. I also mentioned this in the pre-market webinar to our Discord members that this is going to be a quick scalp because it's very extended on the daily chart. I always say that if a stock is extended on higher time frames, be very quick in taking your profits. You guys have seen me making $25,000 in one single trade. That video will be linked at the end of this video. And in that video, I mentioned that this was an A+ opportunity. By A+ opportunity, I mean a setup on higher time frames. If you look at Tesla on the higher time frames, it's very extended. So even if I decide to take it, I'm just going to hold this trade for maybe a few seconds or a few minutes and take my profits really quick. So this is the 1 minute chart of Tesla from 28th of December 2021, and this is showing the pre-market. If you guys focus on the pre-market and look at the volume profile right here, which shows how much volume is done between those price levels, you guys can see a lot of volume is done between $11.05 to around $11.08 level right here. And then we have volume increasing again from $11.12 to around $11.15 level, and then the volume dies down again because this is the pre-market action. The pre-market high was around $11.17 and the yesterday high was also $11.17. My plan on this day that if we see a pullback to $11.05, because in the pre-market I was looking at the price action, these two price levels, $11.05 and $11.08, were acting as a strong support and resistance on the 1 minute chart. My plan was that if we get a pullback entry at $11.05, I would like to take it at $11.05 for the breakout of the pre-market high, that is $11.17. If you catch $12 move on Tesla, you're getting paid. Or my plan was that if the market sells off, and if we lose $11.05 level towards the downside, we might see the test of $1,100 level because a lot of buyers were sitting here at $1,100 as well. So I had two plans on this day for both towards the upside and towards the downside as well. Let's now break down my first trade on Tesla. That was within the first 2 minutes of market open, and I took it towards the upside. I will post a screenshot of my fills right there so you guys will see that I entered calls within the first 2 minutes of market open. I entered calls right here at 9:31 a.m. after looking at the 9:30 a.m. candle. At 9:30 a.m. we saw Tesla dip to this $11.06 level. That dip was bought back up. I was looking at the tape and the time in sales. The time in sales speed was increasing. A lot of buyers were stepping up around 11:08 and 11:10. Right at the open of the second minute, I entered 15 contracts. My fill price was 29.35, and after 20 seconds, just like my entry was at 9:31.01, after 30 seconds, my premiums were already up 10% from my entry point. So I took 5 contracts out at a fill price of $33. That was right around the break of pre-market high. As I mentioned, the pre-market high was around $1,117 level. I took 5 contracts out just to lock in some profits and see if we can get a break towards the upside. After breaking the pre-market high, we were not seeing any clean follow through. The sellers were stepping up on the tape. I was already in the money, so I just kept taking my profits right here at 9:31 a.m. candle. At 9:32 a.m. I took a few contracts out, but finally, you guys know if I take partials on a position, I always exit at break even. I was just holding my last 5 contracts to see see if we can get a break towards the upside. But as you guys know, I'm traveling. I don't have my Stream Deck with me, so I forgot my hotkey to sell 5 contracts because I clicked the wrong hotkey. It did not fill me. I cancelled that order, and by the time I placed a new order to get filled, the premiums went slightly negative, and on those last 5 contracts I got filled at a fill price of around $27, and overall on this trade I made $2,700 within the first 3 minutes of market open. Let's now jump on to my second trade on Tesla. That was towards the downside within the same minute. I exited my last position on calls at 9:33 a.m. right here, and within the same minute I entered puts. Now if you guys are a beginner trader, or if you have been trading for less than 6 months, I wouldn't recommend you to change your strategy from calls to puts within the same minute. It comes with experience, and the most important thing you can do when changing your strategy is to look at the tape. You guys know that I was focusing on the $11.05 level in the pre-market because that was holding very strongly in the pre-market. Then we had a big buyer at $1,100 level. My trade idea was to take it at the hold of $11.05 towards the upside. That's what I did on my first trade. On my second trade, I saw that $11.05 level is breaking towards the downside now. People who bought it at the break of pre-market high to catch a huge move towards the upside, even though stock is very extended on the one-day chart. You guys know that if a stock is extended, I will take my quick profits. That's what I did on my first trade. On my second trade, I knew that people who chased it, they will get stopped out at the break of $11.05 towards the downside. So I entered puts. I entered 10 put contracts. I reduced my position sizing on this trade because I don't want to go red for the day. My fill price was 25.80 and I was trading 1100 puts, same week expiry contracts. On this trade towards the downside, my entry was at 9:33 a.m. I will post a screenshot of my fills right at the top so you guys will be able to see my entries and my exits. I took my profits at 9:34 a.m. because you guys know I will be quick in taking my entries and exits. We don't have a clear direction towards the downside because Tesla has been very strong. This trade was purely dependent on the tape. I was looking at a lot of selling pressure on the tape and the level 2. I entered 10 contracts at 9:33. I took my profits at 9:34. You guys know that I wanted to catch the break of $1,100 level. That was my profit target. I covered my whole position right within the next minute itself. My entry was at 9:33 a.m. I kept taking my partials at 9:34 a.m. Overall making around $1,300 on this trade by only holding this trade for less than a minute. Now if you look at the percentage wise, I only made around 7% on my first trade and around 5 to 6% on my second trade. So it's not a huge percentage return, but you guys know, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I'm not looking at any A+ setup on higher time frames. These both trades were based completely on the level 2, the time and sales and the big orders. We had a big order at 11:05. 11:05 was holding in the pre-market, as I mentioned. At the break of 11:05 towards the upside, I entered my calls. At the break of 11:05 towards the downside, I entered puts. So I was able to capitalize both towards the upside and towards the downside, making around $4,100 on this day. So let's now take a look at my PNL for the day that I posted on our Discord group. I made $4,100. I made $2,700 on the trade towards the upside on my calls, 11:10 calls. Towards the downside, I made $1,300. So I made $4,100 while traveling on the go by just using a laptop, and that's the amazing thing about the stock market. Yes, it takes a lot of time. It's not easy. I have been trading for 3 years now. So it takes a lot of time and experience to make this a much amount of money, especially while traveling, but it sure is worth it. And now all I need is just a laptop, a good internet connection, and I can make money from anywhere in the world. That's it guys. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification for a lot more videos on day trading and my journey as a day trader. To see a few behind the scenes of a day trader, go and follow me on Instagram. The link will be in the description box below. Thank you for watching and I will see you guys in the next video.